lecture number 3. This lecture is presented by Dr. Tim Anderson, with support by me, Heather, a system-generated narrator.
Hello and welcome to this week's lecture, Chapter 2, Global E-Business and Collaboration. Next is supply chain management systems. These systems offer new opportunities for companies to integrate data and information within their suppliers and customers, and ultimately they offer lower costs for everyone. When Worldwide Candy installed their supply chain management system, a form of inter-organizational systems, they created a cohesive network for buying raw materials, creating the candy bars, and getting the packaged goods to the retail outlets. Do you wait for the customer to complain about poor service before you take a critical look at your business process? Do you spend more time and money acquiring new customers than you do in keeping your existing ones? Does each functional area of your organization have a completely different and separate viewpoint of your customers? Does the sales and marketing department make promises to your customers that manufacturing and production can't possibly keep? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, you're in serious need of a good customer relationship management system. CRM technology isn't just a nice-looking website for customers to click through or more reports dumped on managers' desks that they don't even have time to review. The CRM systems involve business processes in all the functional areas and every management level of the firm. The ideal CRM system provides end-to-end customer care from receipt of order through the product delivery. Because of technology limitations in the past, many companies created islands of information in the various functional areas. Sales and marketing and cybernuts may tell a customer that the product order would ship by the 15th. Meanwhile, manufacturing and production was experiencing a delay in producing the cybernuts candy bar because the finance department didn't purchase enough raw goods. The island of information prevented each functional area from knowing the situation in other areas. CRM systems help solve some of these disjointed snafus. CRMs also help firms cut the cost of keeping good customers by supplying the entire organization with a consolidated view of what the customer needs. Unprofitable customers are the most easily identified within a CRM, and the time and energy spent can be retargeted to more profitable customers. You may not think of a knowledge management system as an integral part of the overall information system of an organization. Most of the other systems have been recognized for many years, but this one may be thought of as relatively new. Knowledge management systems, also known as KMS, enable organizations to better manage processes for capturing and applying knowledge and expertise. Knowledge workers are those who promote the creation of new knowledge and integrate it into an organization. Research scientists may discover new methods of mixing sugar and cocoa beans and dairy products to make a better chocolate. Maybe a team of engineers will develop a new method of packaging the cybernuts bar to make it easier to open. The legal knowledge workers may spend their time determining the copyright protections that could be afforded to the cybernuts product team. Enterprise applications are often costly to implement. Companies that don't have the resources to invest in enterprise applications can still achieve some measure of information integration by using intranets and extranets. Intranets and extranets use internet technology and standards to assemble information from various systems to present it to the user in a web page format. Extranets make portions of private corporate intranets available to outsiders. Both of these tools make it easy for companies to disseminate information through standard platforms that require very little work to maintain. It is a low-cost way to connect internal employees with each other and externals to company information. The internet, extranet, and intranet offer new opportunities to do business in cyberspace. The amount of electronic commerce and electronic business conducted online continued to grow exponentially year after year without any signs of slowing. The two terms, e-commerce and e-business, are often confused with one another. E-commerce is limited to buying and selling of goods and services on networks. E-business encompasses not only e-commerce, but a broader range of tasks like coordinating training seminars for customers. Even with the rising popularity of these new ways of doing business, you should take caution. It is easy to put up a snazzy, colorful website that looks very pretty and may be easy to use. It may be a site on the internet, intranet, or extranet. You must consider, though, how you're going to incorporate the part of the business with your other, more established methods of doing business. What internal processes must you change or adapt? What new processes must you establish? What training must you do with other people who will run the e-business, both technical and non-technical? You cannot keep doing your job the same old way. Lots of businesses have tried and lots of businesses have lost big bucks. The electronic delivery of government services via the internet have been fairly successful. Citizens have easy access to forms necessary in many e-government programs, such as tax payments. Rather than waste time standing in line for vehicle registration and licenses, people can complete these kinds of tasks on the internet. Perhaps most importantly, e-government has opened the lines of communication between citizens and elected officials and made information access easier and timelier. The bottom line: integrating functions of business and processes cut costs and allow system development that involves a whole firm or industry. Customer resource management and supply chain management give a company the added advantage of end-to-end customer care. Enterprise systems have many challenges, but the benefits, when executed properly, are enormous. Knowledge management systems allow an organization to fully integrate their newly acquired knowledge into the current systems. Globalization now allows companies to work around the clock, around the world. It is not unusual for a major corporation to shift work from one time zone to another, one country to another. Somehow, the people in all the geographically separated locations have to be able to easily communicate and share information with each other. Working in teams is now becoming de facto practice in the business world. So what is collaboration? Let's first determine exactly what the term collaboration means to businesses and to you. Working with others to achieve shared and explicit goals. Focuses on a particular task or mission. Takes place in a business and or between businesses. Can be short or long-term. Can be one-to-one or many-to-many. Can be informational or structure, including formal teams. Collaboration and teamwork has grown in popularity over the last few years because new technology has made it much easier for people to communicate and share information. Files and documents. Imagine how difficult it would be to collaborate with a colleague across the country if you had to pass documents back and forth using snail mail. Collaboration and teamwork are central to success of many businesses. Here are 6 reasons why businesses promote collaboration and teamwork. Changing nature of work. Traditionally, work has organized into silos. Now, most new jobs require interaction among employees, suppliers, and customers. The growth of professional work. Most professional jobs require close coordination and sharing of information and opinions with other professionals. Third, changing organizations of the firm. Traditionally, organizations used a managerial hierarchy. Now, many firms have been flattened, and expertise and decision-making powers are pushed down to groups and teams. 4. Changing of scope of the firm. Globalization has created organizations that are dispersed to many geographically separated locations that require close coordination. 5. Emphasis on innovation. Innovation comes more from teams and groups than from a single individual. Collaborative practices and technologies increase the likely success of innovation. And finally, changing culture of work and business. Diverse teams tend to produce better outputs and do it faster than individuals. So what is social business? Collaboration among employees, suppliers, and customers is becoming an important tool for increasing a company's competitive advantage. Social networking platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest help improve the company's social business. To establish and improve interactions with groups inside and outside the organization, information sharing, innovation, and decision-making are enhanced through these technologies. Communications among managers, executives, and employees can be improved and streamlined through the use of social businesses. Table 2.2 in the book provides a list of social businesses applications and their descriptions. Those include social networks, crowdsourcing, shared workspaces, blogs and wikis, social commerce, file sharing, social marketing, and communities. Business benefits and collaboration of social business. Many major corporations are embracing collaboration and teamwork not just within their own company, but with people outside the organizations. IBM is prowling the world to set up what it calls collaboratories, which match up its researchers with experts from governments, universities, and companies. IBM is trying to convince countries and companies that it can help them improve their ability to innovate at an important moment for the global economy. In recent years, companies such as Hewlett-Packard and Intel have begun tapping talent from outside for essential bits of science and technology, a concept called open innovation. Now IBM is moving a giant step further by making collaboration with outsiders an essential piece of the research strategy. The depth of that collaboration, the number of partners, the staff involved, and its global reach set IBM apart. To move in the direction, you have to be willing to not just take risks, but to be open to accept ideas from around the world. This is according to Soumitra Dutta, Professor of Business and Technology at Europe's INSTEAD. This was found in Business Week, Big Blue's Global Lab, Steve Ham, September 7, 2009. If you look at Table 2.3 in the text, this emphasizes the benefits of collaboration and social businesses. Increased productivity, increased quality of work, more and better innovation, improved customer service, and increased profitability, sales and sales growth. Figure 2.7 highlights the necessity of having the appropriate organization structure and culture along with the right technology. Trying to mesh a typical hierarchical management structure with a true collaborative environment simply won't hack it for one major reason. In a hierarchical organization structure, communications are passed up the management ladder from employees across to another management ladder and back down to employees. That's extremely slow, cumbersome, and has an awful lot of filters, as messages are passed from one person to another. Collaboration and teamwork requires much faster communication and information sharing. In essence, it requires managers to set specific goals and then get out of the way. Teams develop products, design new ideas or processes, and create new systems and technologies. Individuals are rewarded based on the success of the team rather than their own individual merits. Managers build the teams, coordinate the work, and monitor performance. But in order for all this to work well, an organization must have the right tools and technology in place. Many new systems for interacting with other employees, managers, vendors, and customers have been developed. You probably use some of them without realizing how essential they've become in creating an environment that supports a collaborative culture. For example, email and instant messaging. Billions of messages flow every day between employees, managers, suppliers, and customers. Social networking. More than just a way of socializing among friends, these tools give corporations another way for users to share ideas and collaborate with each other. According to the USA Today Online, in an article titled "More Marketers Use Social Networking to Reach Customers" by John Schwartz, August 26, 2009, social media services such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and countless other websites have had a profound effect on how millions of Americans, especially those under 35, interact with others, or don't, shop, and view brands. It's a real-time digital lifestyle powered by smartphones and netbooks that are often colorful and include products they purchase, how they view brands, and where they spend most of their waking hours. Marketers have noticed. So, social networking services increasingly are indispensable business tools. This is according to Forrester Research. According to its survey, Of 1,217 business decision makers worldwide, late last year, 95% used social networks to some extent, and 53% or of more than 300 marketers plan to increase social media marketing spending this year alone, according to the Forrester presentation in April. Even though social networking sites have began as a way to share information, photos, and messages with friends and family members, businesses soon realized how valuable these technologies were as a business tool. When you think about it, it makes sense to go where your customers are. If they aren't watching traditional television that much anymore, why spend your marketing dollars in an area where you stand to gain very little benefit? So wikis, gaining in popularity as a way to share knowledge and ideas among collaborators, they are much easier to use and manage than more sophisticated knowledge management systems. In virtual worlds, you're able to house online meetings, training sessions, and lounges. This type of tool is gaining popularity as a way to meet, interact, and exchange ideas. Collaboration in social business platforms. Let's assume you are part of a team working on a new candy product for Worldwide Candy Corporation. You work in Atlanta, Georgia, while your teammates work in New York City, Seattle, and Dallas. Sure, you could all fly to a central meeting place once a month to collaborate on the new candy bar, but imagine how cumbersome or slow that would be, not to mention expensive and time-consuming. We talk about virtual meeting systems. With a virtual meeting system, you can hold strategy sessions once or twice a week instead. You would feel like all your teammates are physically located in the same place if you use telepresence technology. You can share ideas and documents in real time, and best of all, you don't even have to travel and have all the hassles, and you can sleep in your own bed. Google Apps and Google Sites. While your worldwide candy team is collaborating on the new candy bar, you will find it necessary to share Word documents, spreadsheets, calendars, and perhaps audio and video files. Rather than create an online structure for all this, not to mention spending big dollars, your team can use Google Apps and Google Sites to easily set up the necessary technology infrastructure you need. You'll have the benefit of email, instant messaging, and threaded discussions so all of you can communicate in real time. You're also able to save and archive all of your communications for future references. You can't necessarily do that face-to-face. Online file sharing services that allow you to upload files to secure online storage sites are called cyber lockers. Your files are available from a multitude of other computing devices, including tablet computers, smartphones, and other network computers. When we talk about Microsoft SharePoint, for Worldwide Candy already uses Microsoft servers and networking products along with Microsoft Office suite of Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. Your team can use all of these as a base for collaboration by developing a website that organizes and stores information in one location. The host website provides the following benefits. It can coordinate work activities, collaborate and publish documents, maintain task lists, implement workflows, and share information via wikis and blogs. For Lotus Notes, a third internet-based collaboration environment your team could use is IBM Lotus Notes. It provides all the basic collaboration tools as Google Apps, Google Sites, and SharePoint, but with a few added features. It has social networking enhancements and the ability for your team to develop its own custom applications. The most beneficial feature of Lotus Notes for very large corporations is a higher level of security and reliability, along with the ability to keep control over sensitive information. When we look at enterprise social networking tools, these tools, like Jive and Yammer, help connect an organization members through profiles, updates, and notifications, but are restricted to internal corporate users. Some include user profiles, communities, email, instant messaging, web meetings, calendars, personal dashboards, and file sharing. Sometimes the decision about which tools to use may be up to you. How do you decide which one is best? If you look at figure 2.8 in your book, it gives you a matrix that will help you sort through all the hype that make decision based on your needs. The matrix uses two dimensions, time and space, to compare the tasks you want to accomplish with the best way to do so. For instance, will your team use synchronous, also known as same time, or asynchronous, different times, to meet? Mostly, you need to analyze the collaboration tools from the cost-benefit point of view. You can also use these 6 steps to help you select the best product for your task at hand. What are my challenges in terms of space and time? What solutions are available for each of these challenges? What are the costs and benefits of each solution? What security risks and vulnerabilities are associated with each solution? And what are the implementation and training issues associated with each solution? Choose the collaboration tool and seek presentations from the vendors. The bottom line, collaboration and teamwork is the name of the game in today's corporate world. There are many different tools and technologies that help enable collaboration. The firm must have a collaborative culture that encourages employees to work together as a team to ensure success. Many people focus on the job losses caused by technological advances and changes. On the other hand, many new jobs have been created because of technology. Information system departments, previously a tiny group of people usually assigned to the financial group, have moved into the mainstream of most companies. If we look at the different components of an information system department, programmers, they have taken one or more important position within an organization. They must understand not only the technical side of computing, but they must also know business processes so that they can adapt technology to the needs of their company. Systems analysts serve as the bridge between the techies and the non-techies. Heading this group of people are the information systems managers. Their importance to business has grown as the emphasis on technology's role within organizations has grown. Just as most organizations have a chief financial officer, the position of chief information officer has been created to handle the myriad of problems and opportunities businesses face in today's technological-driven environment. Very large corporations appoint a chief security officer whose responsibility it is for enforcing the firm's information security policies and training users and information system technologists about security. The CSO, also this chief security officer, keeps other executives and managers aware of security threats and maintains security tools and policies. If we look at the chief privacy officer, they protect an organization's data from misuse and abuse and make sure that the company complies with the data privacy laws. Another new position, that of Chief Knowledge Officer, has been created in large corporations to deal with effectively using knowledge management systems. Perhaps the most important role of all, though, is the end user. The responsibility for successful integration of information systems has extended past the techies and become part of everyone's job. As we've seen so far, no functional area or level of organizational hierarchy is exempt from understanding information systems and how they can help businesses meet their objectives. Deciding how to organize the information system functions within a business is not as easy as deciding how to organize other functional areas. After all, sales and marketing has a much different mission than production and manufacturing do. Information systems, on the other hand, has similar tasks regardless of functional area it is supporting. Sales, on the other hand, has similar tasks regardless of the functional area it is supporting. Sales and marketing needs assess the data the same as production and manufacturing. Larger companies and organizations develop an IT governance that helps decide the best way to organize the IT department for the benefit of all. Some of the issues to be decided upon are strategy and policies for using IT, accountability toward the organization's strategy and objectives, how much centralization will take place within the IT function, does the organization receive a positive return on the IT investment,